Summertime! I've got a bit of a cough. Hopefully it's not going to interfere with this too badly. So, the pool's going to happen. The bond issue passed. We've got the money to build an outdoor pool in Butte, which has got a lot of the vocal minority upset. By vocal minority, I mean that most people in Butte are enthusiastic about this, as you can tell from the fact that they freaking voted for it, because that's something that Butte wants. But you always got those people in Butte. I don't think any are among my viewership, but there's a bunch of people in Butte that really don't want it to succeed for some reason. I don't know. It's weird. I think that they would say they wanted to succeed. Many good ideas come along and they're like, no, that's not how we do things. You take your good ideas and you take them back to New York. We want bad ideas here. Or something like that. I don't know. But, yeah, you've got people that are upset. Ostensibly because it costs money to do anything cool. And they think the money could be better spent elsewhere. That's what I keep hearing. Better spent elsewhere. The problem is, we don't really have an elsewhere in Butte. At least I've never seen a sign to that effect. I'm not sure where elsewhere is or what it would take to fix up elsewhere. Personally, I say that before we start worrying about elsewhere and what elsewhere looks like or what we should be doing elsewhere, we fix the here and now. There are some pretty obvious issues in Butte that I think are being addressed and are being fixed. But it's amazing how vocal people have been to criticize these things. Kind of like how when they announced they were going to fix up Park Street and make it all nice and pretty and awesome. I think from my experience, talking to people, that most of the people in Butte are actually pretty excited about the idea that Park Street is going to be awesome, and there's going to be a neat corridor going between Montana Tech, one of the world's premier schools of mad science and one of Butte's great claims to fame, and the heart of Butte, which has kind of been languishing a bit. And reading through comments and discussion about that, again, I hear people wanting to fix up elsewhere, although this time some people have come up with a specific place instead of elsewhere. Some people said we need to fix Excelsior First. Now, I'm not denying that Excelsior Street needs to be maintained, as does every single street in Butte, from Upton Street to Harrison Avenue. And they could all stand upgrades, sure, everything can always be better. But I can't help feeling that the people that are saying that the reason we can't make Park Street awesome is that we have to fix Excelsior First. I have a feeling that if there had been some initiative to put in a whole bunch of upgrades to Excelsior Street and make that all cool and shiny and beautiful, make it a showpiece and make it attractive, if that had happened, I bet you the exact same people probably would have said that that's a terrible idea because we need to fix up, I don't know, Granite Street first. They would have found some other street somewhere that was somehow more important. Okay, here's the thing. The whole city is important. We got to maintain all of it. We got to fix up all of it. We got to do great things to all of it. And progress needs to be made. Just because we're fixing up Park First doesn't mean that Excelsior isn't important or won't get fixed. And you know what? Things are getting fixed. Check out these neat gardens and stuff. This was a weed lot when I moved in here. Actually, no, that's not true. Weeds wouldn't grow here. This was a toxic lot when I first moved here. Then it was a weed lot. Now it's a garden. There are a lot of signs that Butte is slowly and surely becoming a nicer and better place. But no thanks to the naysayers who say that, you know, when they were kids, they had to play in the Yankee Doodle tailings pond, and we got to make sure that we never have anything better for our kids. Dead serious. People in public meetings complaining about the money being spent to fix Butte, saying that they played in the tailings when they were kids. You really think that that's what's going to make Butte great in the future? That's the best we can provide for the new generation. Also, some naysayers of the new pool, saying it costs too much money and we can only use it for 3 months out of the year. Well, shoot, we can only use the folk festival for a few days out of the year. We spend money on that, and I say it's money well spent. The thing is, no matter how good an idea is, there will always be those people who are going to come along and say that the idea is crap. And why? Because they didn't think of it themselves. And if somebody else thought of it, then it's crap. Well, I got a lot of plans for a lot of awesome parties too. I've got a parade coming up this October. It's going to springboard into the Halloween festival next year. We're going to have a carnival. We're going to have, hopefully, some interesting sideshows. We're going to make this city awesome in the fall. And there's going to be a lot of people that are going to come along and say, you can't make that awesome. That's a terrible idea. You know what? I'm going to get the jump on you now. It's June of 2016, and I'm already saying, screw you. We're having fun here. You don't like having fun? Okay, fine. Move to a more sensible place, like Ramsey or Two Dot.